Tonight, learn how you can become a part of Troy University's new ad campaign.
Plus, students celebrate a Chinese holiday. Stay tuned, Troy. TrojanVision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for September 12, 2014. I'm Xavier Harris.
And I'm Haley Greathouse. Thank you for joining us this evening. The new Troy University marketing campaign embraces the warrior spirit. Students now have a chance to put their faces in the campaign using a new website. Dustin Allen shows us how students can access this new technology.
A new website on campus gives students a chance to embrace the warrior spirit campaign, and all you need is a selfie.
The new website was really inspired directly by the university's marketing campaign, the Warrior Spirit and Inner Warrior campaign that has been going on throughout this year. And of course the central image in that is the people with the half mast to signify the inner Trojan warrior. And one of the first things that we started hearing on social media was people said, oh, there should be an app or something so that we could do our own custom warrior profile pictures.
The new Trojan Warrior website is designed to allow students to share their Trojan spirit by uploading a photo into the new photo website and instantly becoming a part of this campaign.
So one of the main reasons that we really wanted to put this out there was because we just want people to have a fun way that they can show their pride in Troy University, and we thought this was a great way to let people on social media kind of show their love for their school and the pride that they have, and it's really just a lot of fun.
And students can do just that. It's pretty simple, really. All you do is take a selfie or upload one from a previous file, select a custom background, and you instantly become a part of this campaign. And don't forget to hashtag TroyUSpirit.
This is actually a website, so it's available online at troytrojanspirit.com, and you can go to the website on your phone or any mobile device, and it also works on computer.
Dustin Allen, Troy Vision News.
Students are encouraged to post all pictures on social media and use the hashtag TroyUSpirit.
Troy University School of Music is in the middle of a multi-million-dollar initiative designed to equip the school with instruments made entirely by the manufacturer Steinway. Last night, some of their instruments took center stage in a concert to promote the initiative. Whitney Hartzell explains.
The All Steinway initiative, held this past Thursday night in Long Hall, was a night of excellence, beautiful music, and raised awareness.
This is really a fundraising event to let people know about the Steinway initiative and also to appeal to them to partner with us. To get the instruments that we need will be about $1.8 million, and so we're looking for partners who will come in and give to the initiative because they love music and they realize the importance of having those instruments at Troy.
Most of the night's speakers and performers were some of Troy's very own faculty and students. Dr. Hoiting Young expressed why it is important for Troy University to become an all-Steinway school.
Because Troy University, we give the students the best. We commit to the academic excellence. And Steinway in the piano world is the best. It's a symbol of the best. So we want to provide our students the best instrument.
Dr. William Devan, Professor Emeritus at Birmingham Southern College, was the featured Steinway artist and presenter of the night. The All Steinway initiative is an ongoing campaign that was announced this past October and launched in November. Dr. Blocker tells us why the night was a success.
I think this is all about partnerships. I don't think we can do this by ourselves, and I think we're developing a community that has been here for a long time of music lovers and followers and supporters and folks that just want to help students do their best. So I'm very excited and hopeful.
Whitney Hartzell, Troy TrojanVision News.
The All Steinway Initiative fundraiser started late last year.
Last night, Troy University celebrated the career and achievements of the retiring director of the Rosa Parks Museum. The university held a retirement reception for Georgette Norman last night at the museum, where she has been director for more than 13 years. Norman is set to retire as director of Troy's Rosa Parks Museum at the end of September. Under her leadership, the museum has seen more than 560,000 visitors from around the world and hosted 70 art exhibitions, including several international exhibits. At the reception, artist Robert Claiborne Morris donated a piece of his art in Norman's name to be permanently displayed in the museum.
Yesterday afternoon, the Confucius Institute invited students to join in their celebration of the Mid-Autumn Festival, or the Chinese Thanksgiving. Many students did not know what the Mid-Autumn Festival was, so they came out to learn more. Students that attend the celebration got to learn about Chinese culture and why they celebrated this holiday. They also got to taste recipes that had been passed down from generations to tell parts of Chinese history, such as the mooncake. The mooncake is a symbol of the moon goddess Chang'e. Some students and professors even stayed to learn more about the art of Tai Chi. If you would like to learn more about the Chinese culture, the Confucius Institution will have a Tai Chi class every Wednesday from 11 to 12 p.m. at the lowest floor of Bibb Graves.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Montgomery, 2 former legislators have testified that Macon County voters knew a constitutional amendment they approved in 2003 would lead to electronic bingo machines. Former Representative Johnny Ford and former Senator Myron Penn testified today in a trial over the legality of the 1,600 machines the Attorney General seized from the Victoryland Casino last year.
A report that tracks soil moisture across the country shows that drought conditions in Alabama have improved slightly over the past week. The U.S. Drought Monitor found that 63.74% of Alabama is still dealing with abnormal dry conditions.
And in Birmingham, 28-year-old Jeremy Heath Higgins has pleaded guilty to 2 counts of civil rights violations. Prosecutors say Higgins admitted to approaching and threatening a black man at the Alabama Rose Steakhouse in Quinton in June 2013 because the man was there with a white woman. Higgins shouted a racial slur at the manager as he was being escorted out and threatened to burn the restaurant down. He returned later that night to graffiti the restaurant. Higgins is set to be sentenced in January. Still to come on Troy TrojanVision News, the soccer team has a couple of home games this weekend. Amy Austin will give us a look at the matchups in sports.
Plus, more questions arise in the Ray Rice case. Stay with us.
Disgraced football star Ray Rice is getting hometown support. I'm Jerika Duncan in New Rochelle, New York with that story coming up.
The warrior spirit, it's in there. Always has been. Now let it out and take the world by fire. Train well and learn what it means to be a Troy Trojan. Walk with confidence, conquer, claim territory, and climb ladders. Know that you have the power to stand alone, but the comfort of knowing that you'll never have to. Discover your inner warrior. Find it at troy.edu/spirit.
You can't text and pay attention to the world around you, and you definitely can't text and drive. Every year, deaths due to distracted and negligent driving are increasing. In fact, while drunk driving rates have dropped greatly, negligent driving fatalities have skyrocketed. Find out more at negligentdriving.com.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Jacksonville State Gamecocks. This is the second year for the 2 teams to meet. Last year, Troy was on the road and lost 1-0 to Jacksonville State in double overtime.
I mean, it's always great to be at home, kind of in our, our comfort zone and our, our own environment. So, the girls get to sleep in their own bed. They're used to doing the things that they need to do. They have everything they need, and it's just more, I think, of a natural environment for them. They have their friends out, their family out at the game, which is always good to have. So it's just, I think it's comfortable being at home, and we've had success not just this year, but in the last year as well, being at home. So it's a good place for us to play.
The soccer team will play UAB at home on Sunday, beginning at 1 p.m. It's been 2 weeks since the cross-country team has competed and training has been in full swing. The last competition was the South Alabama opener held in Mobile, where Troy finished 3rd. Tonight, the Trojans head to Mobile yet again, but this time to compete in the Azalea City Classic, hosted by South Alabama. This is the 3rd year for the cross-country team to compete in this tournament. The event will be held at the Mobile County Fairgrounds instead of the conference track that Troy performed on before. And with the new tournament approaching, head coach Elliott Blount wants to see toughness and competitiveness from his runners.
They just got to show that they're tough. That's the bottom line. So all I want to see out of them is just some competitiveness. If we can do that, I don't think there's a distance or a team in the conference really. The top teams are pretty far out there, but right for where we're at, we have to start making headway and just getting nastier and being more of a competitive team. So I think this weekend is going to really test some of the the mental and kind of psychological fortitude of these runners. So.
Will be competing in Mobile beginning at 5:15. And continuing the winning streak is the goal for the Troy volleyball team. They are currently on a 5-game winning streak and looking to add to it on the road. Troy heads to Auburn to compete in the Active Ankle Challenge hosted by Auburn University. This is the second year for the Trojans to compete in this tournament. Last year, Troy came out with a 1-2 record, defeating only Mercer. The teams in attendance at this year's tournament will be South Florida and Winthrop, along with the host team Auburn. And with many games approaching, head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says his team's only focus is the next match.
We are only concerned about our next match because there's nothing we could do about the past. If we were 1-8, we'd still have to concentrate on Friday night's match. So that's the mindset that we've tried to instill in them, and we're only as good as our next match. So even if we were undefeated and if we would happen to lose Friday, we're only as good as that loss.
Tonight by playing Auburn beginning at 7. And the Troy University football team is looking to improve their record as they take on Abilene Christian at home. The Trojans are behind after 2 losses, and Abilene is a tough team to face. After starting the season 0-2, the Trojans are looking to gain their first victory. Saturday, Troy takes on Abilene Christian in hopes of gaining their first win at home.
You can't go to sleep at the switch against Abilene Christian, I tell you. I think they lost by 6 Saturday to Northern Arizona, and they lost by 3 in the Georgia Dome over here against Georgia State in the opener. A well-coached team lining up and getting after it, both sides of the ball and in the kicking game. And so that means what Troy has to do, what we have to do, is match that and exceed that to have a
Abilene Christian is a 1AA team coming into Veterans Memorial Stadium, but all the players know they can't overlook this group of guys.
You can never overlook a team. You know, we got to go in there with our head set, ready to go to put up 30 points on whoever it is.
We're not going to overlook anybody. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter SEC, 1AA, it doesn't matter. We're still going to go out there and execute the way we should. After
playing Troy's conference foe Georgia State, Abilene Christian put up a fight and only lost by 1 to the Panthers, the final score being 38-37.
I really haven't heard of Abilene Christian before, and they played Georgia pretty tough.
We're not going to overlook them because they almost beat Georgia State, and they're in our conference, so can't overlook nobody.
Troy will play Abilene Christian in Veterans Memorial Stadium tomorrow beginning at 6 p.m.